Hi, my name is Jenna. I'm also known as Retro Love and Unravelry, and this is episode 17. I have a special guest here today. This is Victor. Let's see, make sure you get him in the camera. Say hi, Victor. Say hi. Last week, Alice made a guest appearance in the podcast. And I had gotten comments that people wanted to see Victor. So this is the Victor. I said, I hope the camera's getting him. He was kind of napping. And I took him out of his bed. Now he's like, just let me go to sleep. He's nervous. You nervous? Huh? He just wants to go back to bed. I woke him up and he's all like, what is going on? He's old. So he's kind of shy, aren't you? Kind of shy. And he is the puppy that my Victor the Thankful Pup was based on. So I woke you up and now you're all kind of like, let me go. But, like I said, people had requested that I have Victor on this week. So I thought, okay. So you had a bath, so you smell good, huh? Huh. So you smell all good? It was funny because someone's like, we should have some Q&A with Victor and ask him how he feels to be famous. He has a pattern and I don't think he wants Q&A. He's laying here. He just wants to go to sleep. Don't ya? You just want to go to sleep. Yeah. I don't know how long he'll sit here. I don't know. Good boy. Some people know, who I've been in groups with and stuff in the past year, and as the pattern for Victor says, he was attacked last year by a coyote. The coyote had him by the neck and had actually ripped a hole, but yay big, like right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it was big. A big hole in his neck. And he had to have, I was able to rush him to the vet, and he had emergency surgery. It took a couple hours to try to get him all pieced back together. And luckily it was Alice, our big dog, who went and chased off the coyote or something. She was fine, because she's huge. She's definitely bigger than a coyote, so... So yeah, so he's doing good. He is old. He's 10 years old now. And he's kind of a couch potato dog now. He just kind of takes it easy. Ever since the attack, he is more skittish. He's calm now. Like I said, he was kind of shaky in the beginning just because he was sleeping and I kind of was like, come on, let's go. But he's doing good. He's a good dog. He is a Jack Russell. So, he's my little dog. He was never one of those really hyper Jack Russells. I mean, he'd have his moments, but he wasn't super jumpy. So, I don't know how long he'll be interested in sitting here. But, I got dog hair all over my shawl now. They say you need brushed. It's that time of the year where you shed a lot. So, I just wanted him to make an appearance. Like I said, I knew he might not be totally up for it. But he's calmed down now. He's not as wigged out. So, we'll see how he does. He might jump down and go lay somewhere. Oh, buddy. Yeah. Aww. Alright. Good boy. Do you want down? You want to lay here? Okay. You can lay here as long as you're good. Okay. Oh, sorry. I have to get my notes. I never really planned to have my pets on the podcast. Like I said, I usually close the door and keep them out so they don't distract me. Like I said, I figured, there were lots of people who sent him well wishes and who've bought the pattern and have enjoyed it and wanted to see the real Victor. So yesterday was my birthday. Yay me! It was a milestone birthday. The big 3-0. I don't know. It's like I don't want to say how old I am now, but it wasn't that big of a deal, and it ended up, I think, probably being the best birthday ever. There was no ginormous huge party or huge bells and whistles, but it was so much fun. My kids are out of school now, so my shawl was a little discombobulated now. It's chillier this morning. It's not normally this cold this time of the year. And so my kids are out of school, so my mom took the kids and I out to lunch, and she made me a birthday cake, so we came home and had cake. And then I went to knit night, because Tuesday's knit night, and they threw me a little party. They had I got all kinds of presents, and I'll kind of run through. I don't ever remember a birthday as an adult where I feel like I got so much. So many people thought of wonderful things for me. And so I went to knit night, and I had a cake there, and I had candles. Okay, everyone thinks it's weird, but I didn't have candles on my cake growing up because my mom was totally always grossed out when kids would go and blow out the candles, and they would spit, on the cake. Just go, and go everywhere. So I never had candles. So I was, all excited to have candles on my cake. It was, a big deal to me, and I know that's totally weird. My kids have candles. And, so then I came home. I left knitting night a little earlier than usual. I'm usually, the last one to leave. And so I got to spend some time with my husband, who I didn't get to see pretty much all day. So, just a huge thank you to everybody who took the time on Plurk and on Ravelry to either, someone had started a happy birthday thread to me in the Retro Lemon Studio group, and in other groups who just happened to see me post and see it was my birthday, and it's so nice, and it means so much, and I really, really thank all of you, and thank you, people who sent me PMs, and then, because knitters are totally awesome and super generous, I got some gifted patterns. So I put Post-it. I printed them out, and I put Post-it so I remembered who gave me what, just in case if I totally blanked. So first I would like to thank Tina, Blooming Knitter, who also has the podcast Knitting Blooms, and she gifted me, I don't know how good he's going to be here, look, the Henslow shawl. You want to get down? No, you want to just cram in? You want to get down? Okay. He's gonna, oh shoot, I knocked something down. He's gonna totally squish in here. Alright, sorry, excuse me here. I'm all discombobulated today, and I apologize. And I think I have, birthday cake hangover. I mean, is there such a thing? Birthday cake hangover? Right here, how about you get down? Come on. Okay, you don't have to. So, like I said, Tina, Blooming Knitter, got me the Henslow shawl, which I'm excited because it's part of our knit along. And I think I even know what yarn I'm going to use. And then Dawn, who is Knittin' Wolf of the Wolf Farm podcast, gifted me the Lady Edith, and she, and I believe it's Sock Bunny? I'm pretty sure. Of the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast are doing a knit along for the Lady Edith. So I totally want to try to get this in this month as well, because it was in my queue. Let's see. Next, I got the Vodka Lemonade cardigan. It's by Baby Cocktails, which I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait to knit this up. And this is from Amy, who is Froggy Monkey on Ravelry, and also is of the Knitting in Circles podcast. So I'm excited. I want to knit a ton of sweaters this fall and winter. I've knit 2 sweaters, and they intimidate me. I won't lie. They kind of scare the poo out of me. Next I got the Lotus Flower socks, which are by Wendy Weber Deeds, and it's from Lois, who is Knitting's My Bag, who makes the most fabulous knitting bags. And then from Diane, who is Knittables on Ravelry of the Knittables podcast, I got the Kilo shawl, which is so awesome. So thank you ladies so much for all of these patterns. That is so generous of you. It was totally not necessary, but thank you so much for wanting to do something special for me on my special day. Because it just, like I said, just the most amazing day. I really just couldn't have had a better day. So, I also want to thank, because I know some of my knitting ladies watch, and they are not on Ravelry, and, you know, I always give out thank you cards, but sometimes it's just fun to get a public thank you. So, one of the ladies in my knitting group, she got me some big Cadbury chocolate bars. There is a roasted almond and a caramello. I love them both, but oh my goodness, chocolate and caramel, I can't resist it. I'm like, if it wasn't for the fact that I had had so much cake yesterday, I would be all over these. So that'll be like later tonight when I want a little something sweet after dinner. Then another lady, she knows there are two things that I really, really love. Owls and gnomes. It's a gnome on an owl, seriously. How stinking cute is that? I love that. And it's like supposed to go in your garden, and it's so cute. This won't go outside. It'll probably go like on a shelf or the mantle or something in the house. So, and then I have a few other things that will, oh, one more I can show now. Then I'll probably like sprinkle out through the podcast. Another girl in the knitting group crocheted a dishcloth and this scrubber. This scrubber is so awesome. I know how she made it. It's just cotton yarn and some of that like tulle. But I love it. I'm like, it's crocheted, so I could probably whip up some of these, but I love this. This is like heavy duty. Super awesome. Super duper awesome. I felt so spoiled last night. Got a sleeping dog here. Next, I just want to remind you, we have our May-June Shaw knit along going on still. It's only June 6th as of today, so you still have weeks, over 3 weeks. So we are doing the Hogwarts Express, the Henslow Shaw, and the Ruffled Fichu, and those will all be linked in the show notes. Once in a while I get a question, because people must watch from iTunes or Blip, where the show notes are. The show notes are at retrolemonstudio.com. The show notes for each episode are under that episode's title. And there's links to everything. I go crazy with the links, so hopefully you can find whatever it is that I talk about. Just so you know. So I will list a link for all 3 of those patterns where you can find them on Ravelry. And get them knitted up. There's plenty of time. So, finished objects. I did get, finally, I got a hair, sorry. All of my samples done for the Mini Monster Mania 1 with Dancy Dog Dye Works. My pattern has been emailed off. It is all done, and I cannot wait to show you when the pattern's released my samples, because I got one done and I can't show you. Bummer. But then I showed you this last week and it wasn't blocked. I had just finished it and didn't have time to block it. So I wanted to show it again this week, because before last week it was all scrunched up, and I mean you couldn't see the pattern at all. And this is the Synchrony shawl by Chrissy Prang. The yarn is Twisted Fiber Art, double evolution, so it is technically like 2 skeins in one, hand painted, and it is the Aerial base, which is Superwash Merino, and the Talisman colorway, which it was a spring 2012 colorway, club colorway. But I love this pattern and I love the yarn. The only thing that I don't like is the bind off. The bind off is not, I mean, there is no stretch. I had to block the crud out of this to get it right. But still, when I put it on, sometimes the end flips up because the bind off is just too tight. If I would have known then, what I know now, I would have totally done a completely different bind off. I was thinking, well, maybe I should, you know, take it out and, you know, redo it, but I can hear Alice outside the door. The next finished object I have is my Hogwarts Express. I got it done. It's blocked. Oh, I didn't clip off my yarn tails, but the ends are all woven in. It has been blocked. And I love it. It's small. I don't normally like shawlettes and teeny tiny shawls, but it's really cute. Someday I want to make a big one. Like, I would love to make a worsted weight one. Oh, how awesome would that be? So you can see my little owls. I'll try to get this close. I love the beads I used for the eyes. I really couldn't be happier with the way it came out. I did use the crystal clear beads that are the AB beads, so they have like a sheen on them that kind of give them this rainbowy color effect that's just enough for the light to catch it, and I just love it. I definitely would make this pattern again. It was an easy pattern. Love it. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, because I'm sure somebody will ask, the shawl that I'm wearing is the Terra Shawl by Jared Flood. And it is made with the Wool of the Andes worsted weight tweed yarn. So, just because I know, somebody will probably PM me or something and ask. So that's it for finished objects. The only works in progress I've had this week, because I haven't had a ton of knitting time, are my Good and Plenty socks. I think the last time I showed them, I was down to like the black stripe or something. So not a ton done. This is the Afterthought Heel pattern by Laura Linneman in the Fiber Nymph yarn in the Bounce base in the Good and Plenty colorway. I love this yarn. It is so squishy and soft. These are going to be one comfortable pair of socks if I ever get them done, because I got this done. I need to put the scrap yarn in for the Afterthought heel, and then I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. I mean, these have just been car knitting, stuck in appointments, stuff like that. So hear Alice at the door again. Alright, I'm going to take Victor out because I know that's why she's at the door. She's waiting for him and she's being noisy. I can hear her. So, sleepy dog can go back to his bed. So, here, let's say goodbye, Victor. Victor, get up. Here, come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, get up. You're so funny. He's like, I don't want to get up. I'm comfortable. Whoop. Okay, ready? Say goodbye, Victor. Bye. I'll be right back. Okay. Hopefully I won't have any more interruptions. I apologize. Silly dogs. Okay. I have Yarny Goodness this week, which was a gift for my birthday from my dear sweet friend Sherry, who I have mentioned. And she wanted to get me something. She knows I love sock yarn, because I either can make socks out of it or shawls, which is great. So she got me some Malabrigo sock in the Archangel colorway, which is colorway 850. And this is gorgeous. It has oranges and some plums. I don't know that I want to make socks with this. It just might have to be a shawl, because I really love the colors. So I've never used Malabrigo sock. So it's so soft and squishy. It smells like Sherry's house, which smells so good. She has like, I don't know, potpourris or air fresheners or something. And she has like this gift cupboard she puts stuff in with scented candles, and everything that comes out of it like magically comes out smelling so good. So yeah, I have Yarny Goodness. I cannot wait. I definitely, like I said, I think this will be shawl material. Alice just won't let it go at the door today. I apologize if you end up hearing all kinds of weird doggy noises. And then, as part of my little gift bag of gifts from her, I also, avalanche here. I'm sorry I feel discombobulated today. She got me 20 to Make Knitted Flowers by Susie Johns. So I can't really like review the book yet because I haven't made anything out of it. But I love to make little things. Like I love fast and easy and everything. So I want to make, like right off the bat, soon, I hope, I want to make that cactus. I'm like, I think that is just so stinking cute. And there are all kinds of flowers. There's tulips and poppies and lilies and daisies and just so many super cute ones. But the cactus, top of my list. Absolutely. And then I was so excited because I had pre-ordered this book. Okay, and y'all might laugh at me. And I'm totally okay with that because I love it regardless. I got Cast On, Kill Off by Maggie Sefton. I cannot help but to love these books. This is the 10th in the series, and it's this whole knitting murder mystery series, and they're light reads. I mean, they're not like gory. It's like a Murder, She Wrote type thing, but the characters are all younger, you know, I assume like around my age or so, and I love it. I can't help myself. So it was, like I said, I pre-ordered it and it was due to release yesterday. So yesterday it ended up on my door. It retails for like $24.90 or $25.95. Jeez, they've gone up. And I pre-ordered it on Amazon. I think I paid like around $15 for it. So I think I'm through the first 2 chapters because I read some before I went to bed last night. And I mean, I assume it'll be just as good as all the others. If you've read these and you like them, you probably enjoy this. You know, like I said, I know it is not like a literary masterpiece by any means, but it's light and it's a quick like summertime read, and I really can't help but to enjoy them. So let's see. Now we'll move on to spinning. I don't know. This might be a somewhat short show. Gosh, I'm sorry. I like rubbing my nose. The allergies. I went out and I always check the mail before I record because I'm like, oh, if something comes, I want to show it to you now and not have to wait a whole week. So, but then I go out and get the mail and then my allergies flare up. You think I'd learn? Okay, all spun up this week. Oh, where did it? Oh, it's right there. I got my loop done. That was huge. I felt like that took me forever. It was 7 ounces. Now, normally when I spin something up, it's only 4 ounces. So we're talking double what I'm used to. And then a loop bat wants to spin thin. The process of it, I mean, when it comes out, I've showed before, it is really thin. You don't need to pre-draft at all. It just goes, and it's awesome, and I love it. So I will show you, because it's stripes. I did Navajo ply this so that all the colors would stay together. So this was the first half of it. It went from orange to yellow to this like goldy orange color, and ended with hot pink. Then the second half of it then went from purple to blue to green to yellow. And it does have sparkle. Because that's the thing with loops. They either come with or without sparkle, and you don't get to pick. I mean, they're already made up. And some people, you either love it or you hate it with the sparkle. So it came out to be about a sport weight, which I was really pleased. I think this is the thinnest I've ever spun yarn. And with it being a 3-ply, I was like, oh shoot, it's probably going to be a worsted weight. Now, worsted weight is normally my goal. I normally like to spin for a worsted weight because that's what I like to knit my toys with. I am primarily a toy knitter, although I like to make shawls. You'll see probably lots of shawls. But with this, I wanted to get a shawl out of it because it was such a large amount of yarn. So I got 354 yards, and it is 7.09 ounces, or 201 grams. So I'm very pleased, very, very pleased. And there's this new shawl I saw in the pattern section on Ravelry, and I'm trying to think if citrus shawl, melon, I don't know. It was some sort of, had a fruity type name, melon, summer, I don't know. I can't recall it for the life of me. Anyways, the shawl in the picture, it's striped. You're supposed to, just use 3 different colors and stripe it yourself. And it's a triangle shawl with like eyelets. And I think it calls for a DK. And this is a sport, and there might be some places where if I were to do the wraps per inch, it might get closer to, I might get a DK. So I thought, well, this would probably be a great yarn to use for that. And I might give it to my daughter because she absolutely loves super bright colors. And I don't know that it's necessarily something I'd wear because it is a bit bright. But I might make it for her and give it to her for her birthday. So that's what I'm doing with that. And then I was super excited. I got my Knittables Franklin all spun up. Diana of Knittables and Amy of Knitting in Circles are having a spin along. Now, you might be all like, Jenna, that's some wonky looking yarn. That's because I got it all plied yesterday, and then my mom showed up to take me out to lunch. So I did not have time to wash it and black it and let it dry. So since it would be soaking wet right now, I decided to wait and do it after I recorded. So while this uploads, I will be tending to it. But I was so excited to get it done, and I got such crazy barber pulling out of this. It's awesome. Right now, it's probably maybe a sport to a DK. So by the time I wash it, it'll be probably an Aran weight. I did get 123 yards. It is 3.7 ounces or 105 grams. I did have some left over that's left on the bobbin that I'm just going to Navajo ply and be done with it. So here is my Franklin. Try to get it to quit swinging. And like I said, I love all of the barber pulling I got. I love it so much. That is exactly what I wanted. Now, this was Superwash Merino. And I have learned Superwash Merino is tricky for me to spin. It is very slippery. When you don't really need to pre-draft a whole lot. And sometimes it just like, you're going along, doing your little drafting, it's going, and all of a sudden it just slips out of my hands, like, and breaks off. And so Superwash Merino has been a bit of a challenge for me compared to a non-Superwash Merino or a BFL. So it's still got some thick and thin. And like I said, to me it's not so much I mean, of course I'm still a rookie at spinning. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But it's definitely a lot to do with the fiber and compared to other fibers I spin. So, yay, once I get this washed and dried and everything, I will take official pictures and enter it into the spin along. And then on the bobbins, right here, I'm a little discombobulated because I had to kind of move stuff around for this week with the dog and then the extra gifts. This week on the bobbin is my Greenwood Fiber Works. I have the tag. I stuck the tag in here. I stuck a lot of tags in here, I guess. There it is. Okay. Yeah, Greenwood Fiber Works, and they're on Etsy. So it's greenwoodfiberworks.etsy.com, because I did want to show this. And I really like her fiber. It is dyed beautifully. This was her club colorway. It's the first month's shipment, and it is called Downton. And if you have ever watched Downton Abbey, it is all the colors of the opening shot of Downton itself. It's gorgeous. It's yellows and these like just light mocha brown and a sky blue and this bluish gray and this really light sagey green. And this is 100% Polworth, and it is coming out pretty thin. I was kind of surprised. It's also going pretty consistent, which I'm very pleased with. I've never spun Polworth yet. So, like I said, very, very pleased. Like I said, the dye job is absolutely gorgeous. This is almost the first 2 ounces. This I did as I normally do. I just split it. I talked last week about how I split it up. I did the same thing so I can get all kinds of crazy barber pulling. Because that's the thing I love about hand spun. That's what just makes me go, ooh. So next for my fiber goodness, I'm in love with this. I am so in love with this. It's not even funny. It's kind of coming uncoiled. It is the Hungry Caterpillar. Oh yeah, Hungry Caterpillar, baby. I mean, I kind of see it. For me, I'm like, oh, it's green and orange, right? And then, like, the name's the clincher, because I love the Hungry Caterpillar. The Hungry Caterpillar is, like, my favorite kids book ever. And, you know, the caterpillar's green, and there's some yellows, like, around his eyes. And his eyes are kind of, like, red, not so much orange, but, I mean, really, it doesn't matter. I don't... I'm like, it says Hungry Caterpillar, and it's green and orange, and it was just, it's me. And it is a gradient. It is from the Wacky Windmill. Have you gotten your daily dose of fiber? She is out of Canada. So if you're in the States, it does take a little longer than normal to get your fiber in the mail. And it is 100% targy top, approximately 4 ounces. Now, I had never heard of targy, T-A-R-G-H-E-E. I had to, like, actually, like, went online to see how it was pronounced. And I think it's targy, targy. I don't know. I'd never heard of it before, but it's really soft. Not quite as soft as a superwash. Kind of up there with a BFL, if you ask me. She's on Etsy. And I love this. I mean, I just am in awe. It was gorgeous online, and it's even gorgeous in person. And it is a gradient, so it goes from this orange, and the orange kind of blends into the green and yellow. And what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to split this straight down the middle and spin it and have a gradient. I pretty much want my yarn to look exactly like this. So, this excites me. This might have to become part of my Tour de Fleece stuff that I've chosen. Yay! Okay, next I caught an Into the World update. And I took it out of the bag, so hopefully there's not too much crinkle. Wrong bag. This is Abercrombie. It is approximately 4 ounces. It is superwash merino. So this will be super slippery for me and give me a pain in the butt too. This is, like I said, the Abercrombie colorway. I saw this Diane of Knittables was giving this away as a prize. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. The colors are just so vibrant. And I like pink with brown and blue with brown and green with brown. I mean, I just like, so many colors look good with browns. So, it is just so gorgeous. And it's, oh, this is like, I have learned, superwash merino is just like buttery, next to your face, so good and soft. Ooh, make me want to sneeze. And then I got this. Now this is pretty much kind of what I expected. That peacock fiber that I had gotten that was brown instead of orange. This is pretty much what I expected it to look like. This is Into the World, and it is the Kimuro colorway. A big difference between this and the peacock yarn that I got. This has like this wine-ish red in it. So that's a big difference. And like I said, brown. The peacock also had like a really bold cobalt blue, but I saw this in the preview and I was like, oh my goodness, that is just striking. And I love orange with blue and orange with purples. And I just love this. Love, love, love it. And then what's really awesome is in my Into the World order, I got this little baby sample. It's like 1/4 of an ounce. It's called Suffolk. So I assume that's the colorway. And it is, what is it? Corriedale. I was going to say Polworth, but I'm like, no, I don't think that's right. And it's so cute. It's just enough like where you get to try it. In this colorway, it's like oranges and browns and plums and purples. So I thought that was really fun. And it even came with one of the Into the World tags, which I love. I'm like, I kind of wish all fiber places did this. So it just, you know, says Into the World, their company. And on the back, you can put all the information. I'm sure you've seen these on other podcasts, but it really is awesome. I love it. Love it, love it. Whew, and I think it's about it. Yep, I think that's it. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I have more fiber. I have it sitting here and I almost missed it. And I don't know how I could miss it. Because, okay, ready for this? Look at this. See this ginormous, huge bag? Yeah, this came from one of the ladies in my knitting group. Inside of this bag, look at all that fiber. She used to have sheep. She did. She had Corriedale sheep. And so she sheared her sheep and took it to a processing place. She lives here in Ohio now. She used to live in Michigan. So it is soft. I mean, this is like really soft. The only thing is there's quite a bit of veggie matter in it. If you can, I don't know if the camera can pick it up. But it is really soft. It is, I mean, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, my only thing is like, how do you get the stuff out of it if you, I mean, I guess I could spin it with it in there, but I mean, there's quite a bit. So I'm curious if anybody knows. I mean, do you have to use like the carding brushes things? What are they? Carding combs, brushes? Some of you know what I'm talking about. Do I have to do that to get all that? I mean, is there a way to get it out, or is it just in there now? Because I totally want, I mean, there's a ton of it. I totally want to spin it up. And I don't know if she watches. So if you're watching, you know who you are. Look away, because I have a surprise for you. I want you to know. It's a surprise. Anyways, I don't know if she watches or not. But what I want to do is I want to spin some of this up for her and make her some yarn and give it back to her. So she can knit with wool from her own sheep. Because to my knowledge, she never has. I guess she had bought a spinning wheel and it just wasn't her thing. So I so want to make her some and give it to her so she can knit something with her sheep. How awesome would that be? I'm like, if it were me, I'd be totally thrilled. So, like I said, any opinions of what I can do about all the veggie matter in it, I would totally appreciate it. Please. I'm like, please, please. So I was totally thrilled. I'm like, that is so awesome. It is so gorgeous. And like I said, super soft. I cannot wait to spin some of it up. If I didn't already have something going on my bobbin last night at midnight, I would have been all over it. All over. I would have just spun it veggie matter and all. So, once again, I would like to thank everybody for the birthday wishes, for the patterns, all the knitting ladies that brought me gifts. It was an amazing day. It really was. And then I totally forgot to mention my husband surprised me. A little backstory to understand why this was so awesome for me. We moved, and before we moved, our old neighbors gave us a little potted lilac bush start from theirs because ours had gotten damaged. We had to have some work done to the pipes that run through the yard, and they had to take out the lilac bush because of where it was. So I was totally heartbroken because we had this big, gorgeous, dark purple lilac bush. So he brought me for 4 years. 4 years. We tried to get this little lilac start to grow. It didn't get any taller than like this. Like 5 inches maybe. So this year it didn't even get green. It didn't even come back from this winter. So he surprised me with one. He brought, and it came to like my shoulder. It was no start. It is a full like lilac. It is a tree already. So super awesome. He's totally amazing, and I was so thrilled. And we planted it where we had the little one originally, and so it's awesome because then I can look out and he's like, see, then we'll always remember when it was planted, and we'll know how long it's been there. And so he totally made my day the whole way around. The most amazing birthday ever, and a huge thank you to everybody. I couldn't be more just thrilled. It was, like I said, it was totally unnecessary, but very much appreciated. So that's it for me this week. I am Jenna, also known as Retro Lemon. I'm on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest. I think that's it. The group on Ravelry is Retro Lemon Studio, and the website with all the notes and information is retrolemonstudio.com. Bye!